Hey, I'm NichBoy, and welcome to Pocket. Now, last week we interviewed Rooster Teeth co-founder Gus Sorola, and today we're showing it to you. Enjoy. Gus, thank you very much for joining me.
Hey, good to be here.
So Rooster Teeth started as sort of like just five guys mucking around in the early noughties in a video game. Mm-hmm. Did you have any concept as to what was about to happen?
No, I think, we've been on the internet forever. We've been huge fans of the internet, as it were. And we saw changes in the internet coming. Mm-hmm. And I think at the time when we started in 2003, we took a guess and we said, we think video is going to be popular on the internet.
What were the other options?
Well, you started to see like early on. The internet started. It was static web pages.
Yeah.
Then you started like streaming audio was kind of big.
Yeah.
And then you started to see flash animations like Homestar Runner.
Yeah.
And then we thought, the next logical step seems to be full video. So it's like, well, let's just start making video and putting it on the internet. And if it happens, it happens. Because when we started in 2003. Services like YouTube didn't exist.
Yeah.
You couldn't watch video in a web browser. We had to teach people how to download video and then watch it on their computers.
Oh, crazy. I think I read that you viewed YouTube as a competitor at the time.
Oh, yeah. We thought we were going to crush them.
Yeah. Because they had a broad... They didn't have a focus.
Right.
They were like, it's just anything. Any idiot can put something up there.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's actually a really good point. So, we started in 2003. Then in 2004, we thought, we want to build a community website. We want to build something like MySpace. That's how we are. And we thought, but MySpace...
I remember MySpace. It's okay.
MySpace is just people.
Yeah.
We want to build MySpace with content.
Yeah.
So that was our focus. And when YouTube came around, it's like, well, it's just garbage. Yeah. It's just tons of trash video. It's like, well, of course we're better than that.
Yeah.
But they've subsequently focused. They got bought by a little company called Google.
Yeah.
And they've really taken off.
I think you guys are still doing fine though.
Oh,
like
okay.
You're doing better than MySpace.
Yeah, we're doing better than MySpace.
Yeah, you made the right bet there. Has your passion always been making videos? Because it's like Rooster Teeth has definitely evolved from just video game stuff to, you're doing sketches and films and expos. Has filmmaking been in your blood?
So, not mine. So, essentially when we started Rooster Teeth is basically two groups of friends who came together. Mm-hmm. One group were filmmakers and had a passion for film, and the other group were technology people.
Such a good setup for a sitcom.
And so, like, the filmmakers wanted to create stuff, and the tech people wanted to do video on the internet.
Yeah.
So it's like, well,
this works.
Yeah, let's put them together and see what happens.
We fire the one guy who likes static web pages.
Right. Yeah. It's peanut butter and jelly just coming together.
So you were
on the tech side.
You were on the tech side.
Yeah.
So you don't care at all about all that other stuff.
Now
You're just
I do.
like efficient running code.
Now I don't know any about that stuff. Now I'm fully on the film, on the creative side.
Right.
So when we first started, I managed all of our technology and did a terrible job at it.
Right. Okay.
So now I'm doing the creative stuff.
Then you let YouTube get ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, on that, how has your role then changed? Because you were one of the founding members, and you at that time it was 5 guys?
We started with 3.
3, right? So you've gone from, I guess, doing everything. To doing nothing? Is that what it is? Is that why you're in Australia?
Pretty much.
It's just holidays.
I'm hiding.
Yeah.
So I've been through several iterations of jobs over time. So when we started, I managed all of our technology. Then I was doing a shit job. I managed all of our technology. Then I was doing a terrible job.
You can say shit.
Okay, I don't know. So
he said shit earlier. I'm not judging his work in technology. 100%.
So I did a terrible job. So we hired someone else to do a better job. So then from there, I moved on to doing all of our broadcast stuff, which is podcasts, live streaming. Did an okay job at that. Then hired someone else in to take it over and do it. Then I moved on to doing events. Then that I crashed and burned. So we hired someone else to do events now.
Yep.
She's taking over that job.
Yep.
And now I'm trying to find something new to do.
Something new to do terribly so that someone else can... You're creating opportunities for other people.
Right.
By taking a job and going, I'm not really that good at that.
Yeah.
We need to hire someone else.
We need to hire someone. Then we have whole departments about it now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're a kingmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do you remember the moment when you, early in the company, where you guys were like, oh, this could work. We're actually onto something here.
Yeah, so it's a terrible story, actually.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it.
We launched it, and it was fairly popular from the beginning. We launched in April of 2003, and we thought, well, this is cool. And at the time, there was really no way to monetize or make money, and especially because we were working in Halo. It's property of Microsoft. So we thought, well, what we'll do is we'll put a little PayPal button that just says, hey, if you like this, like a tip jar.
Yeah.
Tipping's terrible, but...
Don't tip in Australia.
Don't tip in Australia. But we put a little PayPal button that said, hey, if you like this, you can donate. If not, it's cool. We're just going to release the videos.
Yeah.
And a couple of us went to lunch, But before we left, we set up a little.
This is a story that's all said in this. You went to lunch and you came back and it was like, we're huge.
Well, we'd set up this little notification where anytime someone donated, our computer would make a little cash register noise.
Oh, this is amazing.
So we said, all right, we'll just do that. And we went to lunch, and while we were at lunch, we were working at another job at the time. People at the office called us, and we're like, what is going on with your computer? It sounds like a cash register is exploding in your office. So we came back from, like, they had to unplug our computer because people were so into it and donating that.
It's just ding, ding, ding,
right.
ding, ding, ding.
And so we thought, holy, we're onto something.
He was going to say, holy shit.
Holy crap. People are onto, people like it.
That's amazing.
And we maintain that we have the worst business model in the world because we make the content and we just give it away. It's free.
Yeah.
And if you like it, you can buy a DVD or give us some cash. But if not, it's cool.
And so, having expanded everything so much, what's the process of, getting a new idea up? Like, how do you guys agree on where to focus next?
It's actually been a huge challenge. Up until very recently, it's just been arguing. It's like, I've got this idea, I want to do it. No, it's not a good idea. Then just, battling. Now we actually, as of this week, we have a formal pitch process now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's after 12, almost 13 years, we have finally formalized the pitch process for getting new projects off the ground. But up until now, it's just been, this is an idea I really like, and just fighting everyone else to get it done.
And so have you got ideas where you've gone, this is fantastic, and it just never got off the ground because either the other guys were like, no, we don't like this, or you just couldn't, as a group, never figure out how to make it work?
I'm sure there's tons of ideas like that. I think, anything that we're really passionate about, we definitely fight and make it happen. When we started doing live streaming, that was a big internal fight for us. There were some of us who really wanted to do it, some who hated it, and then we just kind of forced it out the door. And now, years on now, it's like, oh yeah, of course, live streaming, everyone does that. Yeah. It's huge. So we've been very fortunate in that we've taken the correct passion projects.
What kind of person were you before you started Rooster Teeth, I guess? Like, were you a shy kid? Are you now struggling to cope with a huge amount of public attention?
I've never been shy. Yeah. So even when I was in school, I used to do speech competitions because I was a huge nerd. Yeah. And I liked the sound of my own voice. So I was
debating and stuff?
Right, debate, impromptu speaking. Yeah. We had this event called Persuasive Speaking where you pick a random topic out of a bowl. Yeah. You have 30 minutes to prepare a 7-minute speech. Yeah. You make an opinion, and then you go and deliver a 7-minute speech about it.
It feels like a teacher didn't have a lesson plan for that day.
Right. Yeah. So I used to do this all the time. So I've never had a problem speaking, but the problem I have is I do have a lot of weird social anxieties.
Yeah.
Like, with crowds. Like we were.
People. They're the worst. Well, like being around people, it's noise for me.
But definitely people. Yeah. Also, when we were eating lunch, a garbage truck came by with flashing yellow lights, and I couldn't look at it. Like, I was like, I can't. Like, there's something about the flashing yellow light that's making me really uncomfortable right now.
So you're just in like a white office at work.
Yeah, just like white noise going on.
Sensory deprived. You need one of those tanks.
Yeah.
You've got film coming out, you've got all the different shows that you do, podcast, live streaming stuff, and the expo. Mm-hmm. Doing Rooster Teeth Expo, what kind of challenges did that present? Because I guess you're coming from, something which is way more prepared to this event style thing.
So we've been attending events for, since 2004. So we thought, we know everything about events. We've been to a ton of them. Yeah. Of course we can throw one.
Yeah.
Not applicable at all. It's totally different.
Yeah.
So it was a huge learning curve, just trying to figure out. I remember the first year of the event, I had a meeting where, we're talking about, like, what are we going to do in this space? Just put a table with some Xboxes and some TVs so people can play.
Yeah.
And then it became, okay, where's the table coming from? Oh, no. I don't know.
Sourcing tables.
What position do you want the Xboxes? Like, I don't know, put 4 of them on there. How are we going to run the cables? Put a hole in the table. Who's going to put the hole in the table? Where is the drill coming from?
We rented the table, happening? We didn't buy the table.
Like, oh my God. Just all the level of detail you have to deal with when putting on an event is just mind-blowing. So it was a huge crash course, but it's been really good. It's been successful so far.
And is table-based problems like the weirdest thing that you kind of had to deal with in that with the event stuff?
It was just a weird bit of minutia. Yeah. It's like, why are we having this discussion? Yeah. Just get a table and put it out there.
Organize a table, yeah.
Yeah. Why do we have to know? And then it all feeds into this huge production schedule.
Yeah.
It's like, oh right, of course. There's this hundreds of line items that need to be knocked out.
Whoa, what a nightmare. You've had Rooster Teeth Expo happening in Austin all the time. Australia is the first time you've done it outside of that?
Yeah.
Why down here? Do you hate Europeans?
We love Australians.
Right. We hate Europeans too, so that's fine.
We've been, like I said, we've been coming to Australia since '04.
Yep.
And we've always had a great time. I think we have a really passionate fan base here.
Yeah.
Let's just come out here and have a good time.
Awesome. It's so cool that stuff like this is starting to come down here. Because we got Penny Arcade Expo down here for the last couple of years. It just feels like we'd always been so far away. It's such a huge trip to get to anything that we really appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been telling those guys for years that before the expo, I'd been the one telling them, like,
really?
y'all need to come to Australia.
Right,
It's the place to go. And so we're really happy they're here also.
And how prepared are you for the one here? Like, at what stage of the panic process are we at?
Luckily, I don't have to panic too much.
Have you organized the tables?
The tables are sorted, I think.
They're all fine.
Our local partners are running around doing a lot of work right now. So I think it's all going to go good. But we're ready for it.
Fantastic. And then the last question I had, you've got so many people in the company now. You've got so many shows, so many sort of people on air. Who is your least favorite?
My least favorite is probably Brandon. If not Brandon, maybe Bernie. They're both pretty terrible.
Yeah, I need specific and detailed reasons why.
Brandon does this really annoying thing. So we have an inter-office communication system, like an IM client.
Yeah.
And it's a huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
He'll IM me and just say, "Are you there?"
Oh, that's so
like, just say what you want.
Just the thing, because the message is always there. It doesn't matter if I'm not here.
Right.
Like, the message will be here when I come back.
It's time-shifted communication. I don't need to be there to receive the message.
Yeah.
And Bernie, I've been working with him too long.
Yeah.
I've known that guy almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm done.
All right. Sorry to break it to you like this. But... All right, Gus, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah,
Good
thanks,
luck with the expo and everything. That's it for today's episode of Pocket. NichBoy out. Just say Gus.
Gus out.